Welcome, one and all to Monster of the Week, episode 3. We're almost a third of the way through already. Can you believe it? Crazy talk. So yes, I am Scott of Scott's Case Files, and above me are the stars of the show, my awesome players. Let's start over here with Cassie. Cassie, how are you doing?
Hello, I'm a person. It's going pretty well.
Good. I mean, you're actually ahead of the game then, so keep going. Good job. Next we have Emily, who is also highly caffeinated.
Yeah.
Really? That's all you got for your caffeinated self? That's making me a bit sad inside, but okay.
I'm sorry. I already said the thing about how I'm very caffeinated.
Okay, hold it in then. Just hold it in. All right, Jason, bring us up. Bring us up here.
I'm Jason, and unlike Cassie, I am not making any claims to personhood yet this week.
I said bring us up.
Make of that what you will. Bring us up. All right, everybody watching, all players, see big thing of water. Stay hydrated.
It's hydrated.
Important.
I see a public service announcement coming in our future. And last but not least, Brian.
Good evening. Please join us for another tale of macabre and horror.
No, it's not that kind of show. We don't have horrors on this show. This is a different kind of show. Horror is what we do. So
Horse.
why was she not drinking something when
Scott, is it your goal to make me choke on my energy drink during this session?
At the moment it is. I don't have many goals in life, but that has become one of them. So there we are. So awesome. So we have our awesome players here, and they just finished destroying, in so many ways, the Beast of Bray Road. So that's one monster down. Quite impressive, actually. So kicking some ass. So what I figured out, I'd have you guys go through and introduce your characters. I think all of you had a advance last time. Is that so?
Yes.
So fill us in on what it is. When we start, let's start with Charles on this one.
So Charles
Tell us about
decided.
Charles.
Oh, okay.
25
In
words or
few
less.
simple words. It's, let's just say, broken and insanity. I know that sounds like two of the same things, but that explains Charles in so many ways. And he decided to advance with DIY surgery. Because, come on, the man is going to need it.
that is a wise choice. All right, awesome. How about Hawk? Tell us a little about Hawk, 25 words or less, and tell us about your advance.
I'm Hawk, and I am the responsible member of the group, unwillingly. And yet, my advance from last week is what could go wrong whenever I immediately charge into danger without hedging your bets. I get bonus effects.
Nice.
Remember, kids, I do stupid things so you don't have to.
Write that down. Everyone write that down. All right. How about Darcy?
So, in case you missed it, last week I saved good old Charles's life pretty much by blowing the arm off of a demon. So I decided to take +1 tough.
Nice.
Not a cool move or anything, but
hey, it's gonna be. All right.
Yes.
Yes. How about Dumas? Tell us about Dumas. What her
since Dumas apparently supposed to be the group therapist, I decided to take Soothe. When you talk to someone for a few seconds in a quiet voice, you can calm them down, blocking any panic, anger, or other negative emotions they have. This works even if the thing that freaked them out is still present, as long as your voice can be heard.
Wow. In this group, that's a pretty powerful ability right there.
Yeah, we're all stressed out all the time.
Calm the fuck down. Put
I'm
down
only
the
stressed out
chainsaw.
because the rest of you are acting foolish.
Awesome.
Stressed out, heavily caffeinated. Kind of same.
Killing me. All right, so let's set the scene for this week's adventure. So we finished with the beast. It's been about 2 weeks. You got paid, and that probably paid for at least some of the or probably most or all the repairs on the truck, I would say, and then money to do with whatever you want and that kind of stuff. There was no mention of getting the body piece for the extermination group you work for. So there wasn't any bonus, but it still goes quite a ways. You are not underpaid as life-risking hunters. So you pretty much are. If you had harm last time, go ahead and wipe it off. You have 0 harm, all of you. And from there we can see what's going on. So you're cruising down the road. You were told to head towards Illinois. So that's kind of where you aimed the RV. So let's go ahead and set a scene for in the RV. Tell me what's going on. Don't be shy.
Sitting over on the sofa bed, he's just eating a tub of ice cream. He's still kind of depressed from the last couple of weeks.
This is comfort
He's
food. All right.
He's just eating a tub of pralines and cream ice cream. Oh, ice cream, you are my only friend right now.
This is how Charles has been for like the last 2 weeks, pretty much.
Yeah, he's just been drowning in alcohol and ice cream.
Yeah. Two licks for Charles, 1 lick for Fenrir. 2 licks for Charles, 1 lick for Fenrir.
Darcy's driving, obviously. She's a driver. I'm gonna say... Oh, okay. So I know there's that little screen like next to the driver's side. I'm gonna say she's got on her favorite movie, which is Titanic.
Because the guy dies at the end. Okay.
Yeah.
Spoiler
That's
alert,
her
by the way. I'm
favorite-
sorry, I didn't mean to ruin that for anybody.
Oh no, Scott, you ruined a movie that was over 20 years old. That's her favorite movie, and like sometimes she just leaves it on for like background noise when she's driving, not like actually watching it, but it's like on next to her because she's driving a car. I mean, an RV. And like I'm gonna say that she knows most, if not all, of the lines from this movie. She watches it way too much.
So she taught you. She does the lines along with it. Is that what you're trying to tell us as she's driving?
Yeah.
I love you, Jack.
So
I love you, Jack.
So Titanic is your Rocky Horror?
Yeah.
It reminds me what something my grandfather used to say. When he was drove a big truck, he said driving around watching TV.
Yeah.
Since Darcy's gonna have Titanic on now, since Charles is a little intoxicated with his ice cream, he's gonna be yelling for Hawk. Hawk, come out here and draw me. And he's taking the pose of the couch.
Show me like one of your French girls.
Come draw me. You know you want to.
No, see, the funny thing would have been if Charles started going near, far, wherever you are.
I was going to do that, but I couldn't remember the words.
I think Dumas probably has her bike up on the hooked up to the back of the RV, and she's probably like in one of the beds taking a nap.
So she sleeps now? Oh, that's new, right?
Yeah, I don't know if we
before?
established Dumas' needs.
Her physical needs. Does she? Does Dumas sleep?
I imagine so.
Okay, we won't get into the does she poop question yet. That's for another episode. How about Hawk? What's Hawk doing?
Hawk was trying to continue reading and studying the Brujas book until Charles started being very Charles. And putting it away, Hawk came out. Charles was like, "Draw me like one of your French girls." And Hawk's like, "Okay." And grabs paper and starts drawing. And, we're doing this for a while. And eventually I'm like, "Okay, there. All right. Done." And Charles was like, "Show me." And instead, it's a portrait of Fenrir, basically like passed out like this.
Hop, I am upset. You were supposed to draw a picture of me.
I think everyone else is just happy
downing even more. Oh, and just so you know, he's drinking Everclear.
Oh, God.
He's just downing Everclear.
The problem with drawing you, Charles, is that unlike Fenrir, you don't stay still.
Yeah, I think what happens is Dumas comes out of the back wearing basically just like a tank top and like boxers. She grabs the bottle of Everclear out of Charles' hand and downs it and walks to the front.
Oh, God. That's what we need.
You owe me a new bottle of alcohol. But I will forgive this time because that was amazing.
That was amazing. Excellent. It's about this time that Titanic gets cut off and your new fax comes in.
Ooh, fax.
Yes, let me share to applause. All right. Who's nearer the front that could read it? Darcy already read one. Who wants to read one?
Oh, I just went up to the front.
All right. Dumas, why don't you read off the facts?
Okay, give me a sec. Let's see. Okay. Regarding the Shadow Killer for the Bounty Group, urgent. And please recycle. Upper management is pleased with your handling of the beast. Hellhound, huh? Whatever happened to Heaven Hound, right? Well, if beasties were friendlies, you'd be out of a job. HR may be conducting tele-interviews with several of you. No one is sure how you've done the work you have without losing it. So to cover our asses, just talk to the shrinks. Location, Libertyville, Illinois. Assignment termination. Target not normal. Commission standard plus high profile bonus. Triggering incident. Murder of financier and multi-millionaire Gerald Goff. Corpse was found in a locked room with no windows or other exit. When the butler and Goff's daughter went to check on him, they saw a shadowy figure wiping off a blade and melding with the shadows. Local contact, not applicable. Consulting team 042 has opted out of job research plan. Still available for commission adjustment to 75% of present standard.
Excellent.
I've seen Clue. It was the butler, obviously.
It's always the butler. And yet Tim Curry is amazing.
Open and shut, guys. We need to go arrest the butler. Although we're not cops.
You could still look
I'm
him
going
up
to
in a room
shoot him in the
somewhere.
face. And then he throws up.
Oh, Jesus. Yeah, that's a lot of ice cream and Everclear on the ground right now.
You better clean that crap up, Charles.
It's right behind where Darcy sits, too, so the smell already is wafting up.
Oh, Charles has already left. He left to the bunk beds. He's going to sleep. Wake me when we get to Illinois, please.
Oh my God. All All right. Before we can proceed, I just want to point out that, again, Libertyville is a real place in Illinois. Please, Libertyville, do not sue me. This is just an alternate reality of Libertyville, not to be confused with the real one that actually exists. That was my disclaimer.
Scott versus Libertyville, Illinois.
Oh my god. Yeah. Good times, right? Don't sue me. Don't sue me. All right. So yes, Libertyville is in generally the northern part of Illinois, so it doesn't take you too long to get there once you have a direction. It's just, again, it's another middling to small town. It's like it's one of those places with like the kind of the nice built up downtown, but it quickly becomes immediately suburbs, and then countryside after that kind of thing. But yeah, there's pretty much as you kind of drive in, if you're listening to like the talk radio or whatever local radio, it's talking about the murder of this Goff fellow, and etc. etc. So, what do you do?
Ugh, rich people.
And their stupid locked door mysteries.
There's stupid locked door mysteries.
Don't worry, Hawk. I'll solve all the locked door puzzles.
Is that, Darcy, you are the master of unlocking?
That's a weird way to say burglar.
All right. So where do you all start your investigation? Where do you park the RV?
Start the investigation.
What do you?
I mean, to me, the only lead we have so far is to try and investigate the scene.
Try to go into this dude's house. There's probably cops all over the place.
Well, then, do you just want to walk into the cop shop and ask to see the files?
You said it was on the radio. What are they saying on the radio?
They're saying several things. So the scene actually was, though the house is kind of like a well-known local landmark. It's like it's been around since the just after the Civil War, actually. Then they kind of mentioned that. But the actual scene of the crime, if you will, was at an office building in the downtown area. And again, this is in quotes downtown. Again, their tallest office building is probably 12 stories, that kind of thing. It's not a skyscraper by any means, but he did occupy the 12th floor of that building, and that's where the murder happened. It's appropriately named Libertyville Central Building because that's exactly what it is. They're very unthoughtful in naming things down there in Libertyville, apparently.
You could have went with Tower.
Again, it's not important. It's not important.
While everyone's trying to decide, Charles is left.
Yeah, Charles is already gone.
Charles left. He's wearing his best dad sweater. He combed his hair. He's got it all nice looking. He doesn't have his chainsaw with him, but he has his brass knuckles in his pocket. But he's heading towards the building. He just left.
Is Fenrir accompanying?
Yep, he has Fenrir on with a little business suit on with him.
A little doggy business suit.
Yes.
Does your sweater literally say "best dad"? I gotta know.
Oh, best dad in the universe.
Awesome. So
it has like the most ugliest like planets on it all over the place.
Oh my god. Plus that 9th one, Pluto, which technically isn't a planet anymore or whatever, but whatever.
So you gone and rushed off ahead of me while I'm still finishing getting changed. That's new.
Charles is a take charge kind of guy now, apparently. There he goes.
It's almost died one time wasn't enough for him.
He has 2 plans. You see, the thing is, he is hungover. He has the worst hangover known to man. So he wants to go investigate and find pancakes. So he's on a mission for pancakes and clues.
Okay.
And he's all out of pancakes.
I must clarify. Are those separate things, or is it looking for clues towards pancakes?
Maybe the clues are with the pancakes.
So yeah, it doesn't take everyone long to figure out that Charles is now power walking down the street with Fenrir. Fenrir following dutifully.
He's got that old. He's got that dad walk too. Just.
When Darcy notices, she doesn't even really bother changing into perhaps more appropriate attire. She just leaves.
Yeah.
I imagine she's probably wearing like jeans and a Queen t-shirt or something.
Yeah. Dumont takes the time to put on her coat, brush her hair, make small talk with Hawk and stuff as they get ready. I think they all left us behind this time.
As I finish adjusting my tie for my new outfit that nobody has seen yet before, except apparently Dumont now. And I'm like, oh, well, let's hope he doesn't ruin things before we get there, right? And then Hawk goes to step out of the RV, head to toe, in a very sharp, deep, crimson red business suit.
Oh, wow. What color's the tie?
Hair is a color's the tie.
Yeah.
The tie is sapphire blue.
Ooh.
And my hair has been slicked back with mousse.
Oh my, product.
Like a politician. Nice.
Yeah.
What is up with the Hawk?
I feel like Dumont definitely has.
You don't see this yet. You don't see this yet. You're power walking, Dad.
Yep.
She comes
Best
up.
dad in the universe.
Oh my God.
Yeah, Dumont has stepped out of the.
Probably doesn't.
Yeah, Dumont steps out of the RV and says, "Yeah, looking snazzy. What's the occasion?"
I just point at Charles and kind of motion that. And so, yeah, no, Charles and Darcy will get a look at this once I finally catch up. Assuming they haven't ruined things first.
No, there's enough ruin space available here that you'll catch up to them long before they've destroyed anything or started a fight or an argument or what have you.
I'm sorry, have you met Charles?
Start fights?
I'm saying there's time before that. You just have to be quick.
I am shocked and appalled, Scott, that you would think that we would cause trouble.
No.
When have we ever?
No. Perish the thought. That's just it's insanity. I don't even know where I was going with that. This is crazy talk. Be that as it may, however, it doesn't take too long for Dumont and Hawk to catch up to the power walking duo walking down the street. Plus Fenrir.
I think maybe when Darcy like caught up to him, because of course he's wearing like the best dad in the universe sweater, she kind of like not like held his hand or something, but like linked arms with him to be like, yeah, this is my dad. He's old and not entirely in his right mind.
Great.
Just in case anybody sees them, she can be like, oh, sorry, my dad just wandered in here.
Charles is so happy. He just looks. He goes, Darcy, are you going to join me for pancakes?
Pancakes do sound good, actually.
Yeah, when Dumont walks up, she says, "I think Hawk sold out, but maybe they sold out to a strip club."
Oh my God. So what is so
that is
look
going
at Hawk.
to get you. That is going to get you such a look. No
Charles
words.
just has
but
this look now. His
such a look.
jaw just drops. He's just Hawk. Come on, Finra, let's keep going. He just immediately takes off.
Does he drag Darcy with him?
Yes, he's like, Darcy,
Oh, okay.
pay no attention to that. We are not going to address this. No.
Going to address this.
I mean, Darcy's probably seen this look before. I mean, or at least seen Hawk in a suit at some point.
Yeah, Dumas just gives Hawk a grin and kind of winks.
But Darcy's gonna call over her shoulder as Charles is pulling her away. Good idea going with the red. You look powerful.
Like the devil.
Or like the devil. What's Hawk doing?
Trying to walk faster and maneuver in front of these yahoos.
Not
So
difficult.
I assume we're going to the center tower, and I intend to take point and try and talk before Charles has a chance to open his mouth.
All right. I'll say you make enough space where, as you kind of see it up on your left as you're walking on the street, you're able to kind of, do those extra couple quick steps to hop right in. As you kind of, it's like the first floor is all glass, and it's like one of those first floors that's 30 feet high, and as you kind of go in the doors, you're in a big lobby type area. There's a reception / security desk in front of you, 2 banks of elevators, one to the left and one to the right of the security station, and there's probably there's plants and that kind of thing as you expect to see in a building like that. But it looks like the reason that this exists is to head to the desk or head to your destination. What do you do?
Charles had pulled out his phone and he pulled up the movie Bedazzled and showed Darcy and went, "Dude, don't you see, Darcy? Now Hawk looks like the devil from this movie."
Hawk is going to go right up to the reception desk.
There's a young man behind the reception desk. He's dressed in a shirt and tie, and has that kind of just slightly overworked look on his face. Like there's just a little too much going on here, and he wishes it would quiet down. And you see he's probably some more of a reception type person. And he looks up to you and says, "Yes, miss, can I help you?"
Yes, I'm with the RBI agency out of Chicago, and we have been requested to investigate the death of Gerald Goff, and we'll need access to the penthouse suite with the crime scene immediately. And I will quickly flash out my wallet and close it up, and it's got a fake badge and a fake ID. So I only kind of flash it at them and then put it away. Don't give them a chance to look at it.
All right, go ahead. This person that's enough of a labor on this person to allow you to manipulate somebody. So we'll go ahead and make a roll. Roll plus charm.
That's what Hawk's good at.
Ooh, 10.
Hey.
All right. So you gave him a reason. All identification, etc., etc. 10 plus, they'll do it for you for the reason you gave them, and the rest doesn't apply because this person is the overworked front receptionist, and he kind of stands up and he looks to you. Have the others caught up to Hawk by this point, or is Hawk still a lone soldier up in the front there?
I don't know. I assume they were not far behind me.
Okay.
But ultimately, I guess that's up to them.
I'll say that as you're as the guy gets, oh yes, of course, yeah. So here's a visitor's badge. This will get you in the elevator up to the area. It has been cordoned up by the other police. So, and he kind of sees the other 3 approaching, and he
Yes.
just because they look nothing like Hawk. They're he kind of motions for you to, would you mind stepping aside? I have to help these people really quick.
They're with me. They are my civilian consultants on this operation.
Oh, and he does an O looking at each of you. each of the three, and it's like, oh, okay.
Don't
So
worry, we're just the grunts.
yeah, so
Yeah.
yeah, okay.
So-
Just do what you need to do. Would you mind signing in the register here? I just have to keep a record of who comes and goes.
Yeah, I will sign it with a fake name.
Okay, what's your fake name?
Juanita Vega.
Excellent. All right, you're signed in, and shoot away to hit the elevator banks.
All right.
Yep. And as promised, the badge that they give you, the little clip-on thing, also functions as like the elevator access plus door access.
As we ride up in the elevator, it's like, see, if you look like you belong, they don't think twice. And
You know,
quite
and
frankly, none of you look like you belonged here.
no, possibly not ironically, the song from Titanic is playing as Muzak form on the elevator Muzak.
Yeah. What kind of shirt
Darcy-
is what kind of shirt does Hawk
Darcy
have
singing?
under the?
Darcy's gonna look at Darcy.
It is actually a fairly nice white blouse. Like I am properly dressed in a business suit.
Okay.
It's really kind of disturbing. I'm not wearing any of my punk accoutrements at all.
So while everyone's in the elevator, Charles just starts laughing and looks at Darcy and goes, "Darcy, I'm sorry." He just keeps laughing.
I'm gonna say it's safe to say that Darcy, because she obviously knows all of the words to "My Heart Will Go On," is kind of like singing in the elevator.
Oh, goodness, that's a long 12-story ride up. Let me tell you.
She's not a good singer.
Yeah, because Darcy
She
is not
loves
made for
music.
karaoke.
She's
I got-
not.
Charles has gas from having his hangover. That's why he's laughing.
Oh my! It's
Oh,
an extra
no.
long 12 stories.
Well, he said he was sorry.
Buddy says that makes it all right. All right. So yeah, mercifully, the doors open as it gets up to floor 12, and you're able to rush out with all due speed. The floor it's empty as far as you can see, just stepping out of the elevator. It looks like the elevator existed solely to get you to this office. It takes up the whole floor. It looks like. Kind of glass doors that are there's like a little wedge in there to keep the door open. The assumption is it locks when it's closed. And the first area there is also a reception desk for whatever. And as you kind of look past, you see the Goff pictures on the wall. So Goff, the guy who is in charge here, is his pictures all over the place. So he is Gerald Goff. His father was Mortimer Goff and founded the company that has made Gerald all the money. And it's basically in finance, stock market manipulation, that kind of stuff. And as you kind of go through things, kind of step into the office area, it's easy to see which is his office because it's just huge. It takes up literally half the floor, and it's. I'm assuming I'm going to assume that's where you're going first, or are we looking around elsewhere before I start getting into specifics?
Well, I mean, if the office covers the whole floor and we're in there, I'm pretty sure everybody's doing whatever the hell they want.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
I did my job, which was getting us here.
I was gonna say Darcy wants to look for an alternate way that they could potentially get back up here if they need to, where they don't need to talk to the people at reception.
Gotcha. There is
I don't know what that would be.
Well, in most buildings, you do have stairs because they have to have that in case of fire and stuff like that. So there is a locked door at the other end away from this entrance into this office, where there's a locked door. Well, not locked, but it's locked from the other side. so the people can't get in, but people are able to get access down. So yes, there is a stairway that could be taken.
Right. Cool.
Charles is going to leave Finra by the elevator and go, Finra, guard the elevator. Protect our path. And then he goes to the office to investigate.
Fenrir is like just left kind of looking around, not sure what the heck's going on, but he could really use a nap anyway, so this is a good spot as any.
Dog's just gonna hang out in the elevator. Cool.
In front of the elevator.
Yeah, outside the elevator. He's not going to go up and down, as fun as that would be.
Let's see.
What's Dumas doing? What's Darcy doing?
Yeah, I got an idea. I'm just trying to figure out how to do it.
Okay. You have a lot of time to play with. Odds are, at least, Sakura isn't coming up. But you do notice on that kind of big office I was talking about, the doorway is open, but there is that yellow police tape on the front of it.
Is there anybody else up here, or is it just the police tape and they
Charles
left?
kicks the tape out of his way. He just like breaks the tape. He's like,
Yeah.
get out of my way.
Yeah, it's just you. There's no one else up here.
That's good.
Yeah,
I've broken the tape. We can go into the office now.
I'm pretty sure we could have gone into the office with the tape up, but thanks, Charles. Really great detective work. And Darcy's gonna kind of nudge past him and walk into the office.
Right. Bond.
Dumas, what you doing?
Yeah, Duma walk in. She kind of takes out a notebook and starts just making some notes about whatever she's seeing in the office.
Cool. Easy enough to do. What's Hawk
I'm gonna stay out of that office. I mean, there's already the three of them in there, and instead, I'm basically just gonna start poking around, looking around, sort of the greater, the rest of the floor area outside of the office, which was the actual murder scene, and see if there's anything interesting that turns up on, rest of the floor, but not in that specific office.
Okay. Let's see. Yeah. So, are you investigating a mystery then, Hawk?
Sure.
What you're trying to do? And we'll get back to the other investigations momentarily. Go ahead and roll plus sharp, please, Hawk. 8.
Oh, that is hold 1. There were 2 questions I was thinking of looking at, but I don't know. This is custom office tower and an entire floor belonging to an eccentric rich guy. I'm wondering what kind of hidden stuff I can find. What is being concealed around here?
Okay. So, kind of again, you're outside the eccentric's office, but this is like this is the entire floor is pretty much his and his small business. It's kind of you can kind of tell, Hawk, from going around that this really actually was more or less a one-man show type of multi-million-dollar business. You have the receptionist desk, you see his office, and you see like maybe 3 or 4 kind of other offices elsewhere that kind of have just basic stuff in it, maybe like an accountant look type of thing. Probably a couple of them, and nondescript, basic tech person or something like that. But yeah, this is interesting. So, and you're looking for what's concealed here? That's the question.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay. So
I'm sure there must be something hidden.
Yeah. So as you're kind of poking around the receptionist desk, you do see, if you kind of look underneath, there is a what do you call it? A little button where the basically
Well,
it's like a panic button type of thing, but the cable going to it has been snipped.
Oh, that's that. The thick plottins.
All right, so the rest of the three are definitely poking around.
Okay.
Who's doing the investigation in there? Would you say?
Dumas, you mentioned they melded into shadow. So here's what I want to do. I want to take out a bit of copper wire and salt and put it down on more like, copper will be fine. Maybe copper and silver. Copper and silver wire in like a circle and kind of pour salt along it. And I want to use magic to summon a being of living shadow. And then try to ask it if it detects anything that's messing or manipulating the shadows in this area.
All right. Okay. Go ahead and use magic. Roll plus weird. No pressure. Click it. You can do it. Yay. All right. It's 9. It works imperfectly. Choose your effect and a glitch. So you already chose the effect. What is the glitch that you want?
It has a problematic side effect.
Okay.
Brace yourself, Charles.
The shadow being will answer a couple questions, and it's not actually contained. Watch.
No,
I'm calling it.
So as see now if that was what I was gonna do, I can't do it now. Okay, So what happens is, Dumas finishing this circle and doing her magic. Like everybody else, I'm assuming is kind of sitting around like, oh, what the hell's going on right now?
Yeah, because I imagine Dumas hasn't explained anything.
Yeah, just kind of does it.
She's doing.
So
decided to not pay attention to her crazy magic nonsense. He's just digging around.
So as Dumas finishes off the incantation, her hand slips inside that circle, and this you all see out of nowhere. I mean, again, she has not told anyone what the hell's going on, but suddenly, out of nowhere, there's a whoosh in the room, and some space is taken up by a thing that wasn't there a second before. It looks like this again. It looks like a living shadow, and like almost a diamond shape, if you will, and it zips up Dumas' shoulder, and kind of you see like shadow covering her, and you hear this voice that's using Dumas' mouth to speak. I have been summoned, but I will not stay. What do you wish to know that I might be freed?
So it's using Dumas' body, so Dumas can't ask it, right?
Nope. Dumas is also capable of doing something if she would like, but it is using her as a conduit.
Oh, okay. So she's been possessed. No big deal.
She's been quasi-possessed, yeah.
Yeah, so Darcy like took a second to watch this because I feel we already have established that she thinks magic is cool but doesn't want to do it herself. So she like watched what Dumas was doing, sort of like, ooh, like what's gonna happen, and then it happened, and she's like, oh. Hey, you by any chance tell us if there were other spooky, shadowy things around here? But like on your way in, did you see one?
The voice that is not Dumas speaks. There is no such creature here now, but there was. I see it. I see its leavings. And and Dumas' arm goes up and points towards like the window, like right behind where the desk was, and where you see the blood pool that was there. It is gone now.
Thank you so much for your help. And Darcy is gonna go over to the window and see what she could see.
Yeah, so the window goes out to the street. It's like really big curtains on either side of it. But you don't know if you kind of like survey the glass, or it's not like there's any holes or anything like that.
I feel like Dumas just starts muttering like in kind of like this low chiming voice, and just shakes her head and uh, and she's kind of wanting to ask it if something created a path from the shadows from here out somewhere else, like the way she teleports.
You see Dumas after, I'm assuming she kind of mutters that exact question to herself, and you see her body walk up to kind of like the place that the thing was pointing to, or Dumas was pointing to, and it kneels and reaches out. I do this with them. I have to know where my camera is, and reaches out, and it kind of like senses, it kind of feels, runs its fingers through the area, and yes, it left through a portal of darkness, as I will now. And suddenly it's gone. You actually see it leap from this shadowy form, leap from Dumas' body to the shadow caused by the curtain itself.
Cool.
He's frozen the entire time, but when that happens, he just screams, "No!" I want to ask it a question.
What's Hawk doing during all this?
I'm not actually in that room, so I'm not aware of what's going on.
That is true.
I can certainly walk in at the most inconvenient moment.
Exactly. Yeah, probably you walk in just in time to see the shadow thing leap from Dumas to the shadow on the wall.
Gun out, pointed at shadow. What in the ever loving?
Oh,
At the wall, screaming at it, "You will come back here and you will answer my question."
hey guys, let's calm down. It was just like a little shadow creature. It's fine.
I need to
That's
know
not
if my
weird.
family is in suffering or not.
I'm pretty sure they're
Is
not
that the
suffering,
shadow
Charles.
creature? Is that the shadow creature that killed?
How would you know, Darcy? They are dead.
That was supposed to investigate?
That is not the shadow creature that killed the man.
And you're an expert on shadow creatures now.
Hawk is a little cheeky today.
Charles, I'm pretty sure they're not in hell. I mean, 2 of them were kids, right? Kids don't go to hell.
My mom was an arm.
I don't listen. I'm not even sure I believe in hell, Charles, but I'm pretty sure, your family was not doomed for eternity.
Oh, it did exist.
Oh,
Banging at the wall, the shadow. Come back,
I'm sorry.
please.
I'm sorry. It did exist?
No, it does exist.
And you're, of course, also an expert on, what was it? Hell? Just like kind of hands in the air, put the gun back in the holster. Fuck this shit. And I walk out of the office.
This is what I have to work with.
I think after this, Darcy is going to investigate the crime scene in a more mundane way.
Okay. All right, sounds good. Go ahead and roll plus sharp.
Where is it?
Oh, a failure.
Oh, what? That was Snake Eyes too. Dang. All right. I don't see crap.
So yeah, you actually you do. So you're kind of going across things. Kind of okay. So here's the blood. Okay. So it's right now it's daytime. It's getting towards dusk. So again, there were shadows for the creature that Dumas summoned to do what it needed to do. But something that wouldn't be noticed with because there was no need is so one of the lights is shattered in the far side. So from where the creature pointed to, there's a standing lamp, and as you kind of figure out that, oh wow, this bulb has been busted, you kind of feel up there and you're cut.
I just put my hand up in there.
as you're doing investigation. And it comes back, and everyone kind of sees her hand. The finger there's this blackness that starts kind of vanily moving up her finger.
Demon? Hey, this isn't normal.
Take one harm.
Oh,
Investigate that corner now.
Yeah, Duma will come over and like take her hand and look at what she won't touch where the darkness is, to be clear, but she'll look at what's going on.
Sure. Yeah, it's not like it's like spreading fast, but her finger where that you can see the blood coming out of is now, like, you see that those little veiny marks start moving up her finger very, very slowly. The blood that's come out of it is itself black at the moment.
Sees red when he looks at Darcy's hand, and he reaches back and he pulls out his shotgun. Yeah, he lied. He brought his shotgun, and he's gonna aim it at that wall. And he's gonna shoot it.
just
Damn right, he's pissed.
Boosh. Lamp is shattered. The whole basically the middle of the lamp is blown out and it falls, and you hear like crash, 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 thunk, and the thunk is it's this item. It's like a it's metal. It's like four-sided with each of the edges pushed inward with a hole in the center, and it's embedded itself in the floor. It was apparently embedded itself in the lamp prior to this.
As soon as I hear that shotgun go off, Hawkeye's going to come back running and screaming.
Gun drawn. What the fuck? We could drop 2 F-bombs per show, so we're good.
Let me see.
And I burst in the room, and I see Charles with the shotgun. And I am just going to go and grab the shotgun out of his hands.
Are you gonna let her do that, Charles?
It's on to an episode, so yeah, he's gonna look at Hawk and go, "Oh, damn it, son! You're not taking this from me." He's gonna push back on you. He's gonna push back on Hawk.
Right.
He's not gonna shoot it. He's just like, no.
My shotgun.
Okay, for what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna say, tell me if this is fine. I'm gonna use my what I need when I need it, and I'm gonna say that she has basically just was that like a bottle of beer, and she and she just flips the cap open and kind of like and then says some words in like this like musical language, and basically is just gonna bless the beer, and then pour it over where the corruption is, and then I'm going to try to use magic to heal one harm from an energy to neutralize the whatever is going on there.
Gotcha. Let's see here. So you
Hopefully
can.
this doesn't go worse.
Yeah. All right. Go ahead and roll use magic. Roll plus weird.
Yeah, well,
11. All right, Mac. It works as you want. So, yeah, you kind of do your thing. Darcy, you watch as your figure turns from black to, you see kind of the veiny things turn red as they should, kind of sort of blue, and then it's gone. You still see the like a paper cut worth of a cut there, but it's now gone from your system.
Okay, cool.
yeah, she hands her the
Thanks.
beer.
Cool. Holy beer.
Mm.
Got it. That's
I've
not
got
weird.
That's not weird.
I've got my hands on the
Darcy grabs her finger and goes, "Let me kiss your boo boo."
Charles, that's good. I'm fine. Thanks. I'm good.
I think Hawk really
He gives
wants
you a
that
sad
shotgun.
look. He gives you a sad look now.
park. Really still has the shotgun. It's like, Charles, are you trying to get the cops to come down here and arrest every fucking one of us and for every fucking charge? And you know what small town cops are like. They will just rough you up, if not just shoot you in the head and say, oops, you tripped on the West Squad car. Like, here you are shooting up the fucking crime scene that we're trying to investigate, figure out what's going on. You know how many clues you blew up with that damn thing? Give me the shotgun. You can't be trusted with it.
So when
Charles looks at Hawk and gives his head a little shake and looks at the wall. Hawk, why would you put a hole in the wall?
God. All right, so I'll say that Hawk is now triggered the manipulate someone roll. So Hawk, why don't you roll plus charm? For another hunter.
Ooh.
Our first time we're manipulating another hunter. 5. Oh my god. All right, so on a miss, it's up to that hunter, Charles, to decide how badly you offend or annoy them. They mark experience and they decide let's see. They mark experience if they decide not to do what you ask.
Okay.
Yeah.
So if you don't give up the shotgun, you get experience.
Oh no, I'm going to give up the shotgun to you, but something's going to happen though. You've actually, this is one of those telltale moments of Charles is going to remember this, because as you were yelling at him the entire time, you took the shape of a little boy, and he was back in the house, and all he was hearing is about how his wife needs to leave him. So Charles just gets up. You've always wanted to take everything away from me anyway. So might as well just have this. And he pushes it into your chest.
Oh.
And he keeps walking.
Oh, damn.
I will stumble back and fall into the office chair, which of course is on wheels and starts rolling under my impact.
All right.
I'm gonna say after when Hawk kind of went on her tirade talking about how Charles just shot the gun and like there's gonna be cops and you know how cops are, Darcy kind of realized the gravity of the situation now that she's not worried about her hand becoming necrotic or something, and she books it. She's out.
Gone.
She's gonna run down the stairwell also. She's like, nope, I'm not gonna be here when the cops show up.
All right, what is somebody else doing now? As you see Darcy make best speed the hell out of there.
Dumas just looks around, shrugs, sighs, and walks down the stairs.
I guess
The thing Charles is going to try to do is he's going to take off his shoe, get his sock, put back his shoe on, and try to pick up that metal thing out of the wood.
Okay. Yeah, you're able to do it.
Perfect. Well, we might as well take this with us. Looks back at Hawk, gives the most evil glare known to man. And he's going to go, made your sister leave. Just like you make everyone leave. And he leaves out of the office.
Now Hawk is holding a shotgun at a crime scene.
With a hole in the wall.
How did this happen?
Hawk is. How did this happen? I'm trying to look out for you all, and oh, suddenly it's all my fault.
Aw.
And I have the shotgun.
And I'm now the one who looks like the guilty party at this crime scene that we're not even supposed to be in because we're not official government agents. And I lied to get in here. There's a hole in the wall. And I've got a smoking shotgun, and everybody's left. Everybody left me.
Oh my god.
So Hawk is just standing in this empty office, just like talking to herself.
Just kind of, where did I go wrong?
Oh, that's a good one.
And
That's gonna be a clip. That's gonna be a clip.
I guess I'm gonna have to take these stairs out with the rest of them as well because everyone hates me, but I still have to look out for them.
The elevator. Yeah, dude. He had to go get Finner. So he's just calmly leaving out the elevator.
Fenrir knows how to operate an elevator. Is that canon?
Probably not. I think he probably followed somebody down the stairway. He's a good doggy. He'll stay with the group. So Hawk, as you come out of the stairway, you're the last. The receptionist guy rushes up to you. He's like, "Oh my goodness, I'm so glad I caught you before you left."
I'm just kind of casually holding the shotgun behind my back where you can't see it.
He's like, I forgot to give you the notes. So I was supposed to pass notes on to the investigators. So here.
Okay.
He hands you like it looks like a photocopied sheet.
Oh, this will be excellent. We're done here for today, but I'll have to read this over tonight. Thank you so much for this. And then I'll just go and tuck it just inside my suit jacket.
And kind of do that back away thing, turn to conceal it as you're backing away. Yeah. All right.
Thank you so much.
Of course. Oh, I'll sign you out. Nope, don't worry.
All right.
Then I'll just be leaving. All right.
I'll just start I'll just cautiously swinging around to the front where you can't see, and I'm walking out, and I'll just be waving behind me, and all friendly like.
Has anyone waited for Hawk at the entrance to the building?
No, Darcy ran back to the RV. Darcy did not decide to wait. She was.
Yeah, I think Dumas probably just leaning back up next to the entrance with just on with her shoulders, just kind of all broody like.
All broody. How about Charles? Where's Charles at?
Charles is slowly walking back to the RV, and he has the brew. He's drinking brew right now. He's just sadly drinking brew.
Because that's what you want to do with the worst hangover in the universe, Crazy. Excellent. So
Hair of the dog, right?
Yeah, Hawk can catch up to Charles if she wants.
No, Hawk is going to look for. Hawk is going to look for a cafe or diner, and is going to go and brood and feel very, very sorry for themselves, and keep away from everybody who obviously doesn't want her around.
Oh man.
Oh man. So she'll pop, just kind of slump into a booth without even waiting for anybody, and the waiter comes up. Oh, miss, are you here for the pancake special?
Not pancakes today.
Oh, I'm sorry. What can I get you then?
It's the diner then.
Diner.
Well, it's definitely going to be black coffee and I don't know, whatever the diner's special signature burger is, because we know all little diners have their own special unique burger.
They sure do. The Libertyville special with cheese.
Absolutely. And actually, when you bring me the coffee, just leave the pot.
Absolutely, miss. So, yeah, we lead Hawk brooding. What's Hawk thinking?
I'm reading over all of these notes and everything that this guy gave me. But I don't know how well I'm really paying attention to them, as I'm just kind of mostly going over things in my head and trying to figure out how things got so out of hand and how I let them get out of hand and all this and that, and every step of the way, whether or not it makes any sense, it's clearly my fault.
Oh my goodness.
Charles was walking back to the RV in his teary eye, one good eye. He notices a diner. He's going to open it. He opens the diner. And that's when he notices Hawk. And he's going to calmly walk over to you, Hawk. And he's going to slump down and sit down across from you. And he puts his hands like this. I believe it's time for us to have a little talk.
I believe it's time for you to get the fuck out of here.
He slams his fist on the table. You will listen to me, and then I will leave.
Oh damn.
And I will pull out my pistol and just peek the barrel just above the edge of the diner table and say, no, I think you're going to leave.
Oh my god. You can, from the corner of both your eyes, you can see the waiter coming with the pot of coffee and a mug, and he kind of gets close enough to see what's going on and turns on his heel and is now walking away with that pot of coffee.
Somebody's coming. I would lower the gun below the table where it can't be seen, but I'm sure Charles is aware that it's still pointed at him.
Thomas chuckles and goes, Child, I've tried to kill myself more times than you can live. I'm 45 years old. When you were shitting in your diapers, I tried to blow my brains out. I've lost everything. I have nothing in my life. Do you want to know what even led me to all of this? I believe it is time for you to know. The day before my family left on their little trip.
Why don't you go talk to somebody who's actually listening to you? And I'm just going to get up and, I'm going to drop some cash on the counter as I walk by and just leave.
Guy comes back with the pot of coffee.
Bring me some pancakes.
What's Charles doing?
He's gonna look at the waiter, at the dude, and go, and just ask him to bring him some pancakes.
Pancake special coming up. All right. So is Hawk heading back to the RV now?
Nope.
Where's Hawk headed? The party has been split.
Probably just kind of glance around here and there for somewhere to just sit. I don't know, park bench,
Sure,
or bus shelter or something. and just park myself, and I'm just going to start furiously reading over all these notes and see if there's anything I can learn from them.
Gotcha. There's not much. All that there is pretty much contact information, phone numbers for Gregory and Vanessa Goff, children of the decedent. And it makes a note. There's like a couple other sheets are some photocopies of letters or emails from one Sophie Tanaka, basically saying, the general gist is, give me back what belongs to my family. And it's like, and it goes on to, there's threats, or you will regret it for your short life, that kind of thing.
Oh, well, that sounds like a lead. But while I think about this and read all this over, what's everyone else doing? Charles is eating pancakes.
Yeah, what are Darcy and Dumas doing?
He's very happy.
Charles is
Darcy,
eating pancakes. I'm being angsty.
Darcy got back to the RV and sort of like this whole time it's kind of like she, after Hawk's tirade, she sort of like went on autopilot mode. Like she's run from the cops plenty of times before, and so she's kind of like getting her bug out bag together, sort of, kind of what's happening. And like she gets to the point where she actually like starts at the RV, and then she kind of like snaps out of it. She's like, "Oh, I'm not in danger right now." Like has this moment of like, "Oh, there's no cops. Like I'm good. I'm fine." And she sort of, kind of gets back up and starts putting things back where they belong. And then she's gonna, you know, get back in her driver's side chair and sort of, sit kind of with her head in her hands and sort of just kind of trying to process what just happened, because she hasn't done that before, just like freaked out and ran off over basically nothing. And she is in fact playing My Heart Will Go On by Celine Dion. Point it's stuck in her head.
Well, how about Dumas?
Dumas, I think she was standing outside of the door when Hawk came through, and she watches Hawk walk off, and she just sits there, and she's kind of a little bit upset. She's like the whole magic stuff, and she's a little bit still getting used to being like in the mortal body, and like the magic keeps going wrong, and things are not going right, and she just feels like really weird. So I guess she'll probably come back to the RV before too long. And just probably sit next to
Darcy.
Darcy.
And she probably won't say anything for the moment.
Dumas? What just happened? Not in like a she can't remember way, but in like a I'm trying to process. Like what just happened?
I think everybody is very tightly strung recently. We've been working together for a little bit, but we haven't had time to relax.
Darcy's gonna stand up and start, I guess, like pacing back and forth through that area of the RV that's like where the sofa part is and like the little dinette thing. She's gonna start pacing back and forth. I just don't understand why we can't just all work together, you know? Why are we always fighting and trying to stop each other? And I like, yeah, everybody needs to be safe. I get that. But we also have a job to do, you know?
Dumas is silent.
Yeah, Dumas just kind of stares out the windshield for a minute while she's talking.
So um Darcy kind of like picks up her baseball bat and sort of starts like banging on the cabinet of the little kitchen space in here. Not hard, not have to break anything, but just like she's frustrated. She's like, things keep going wrong and I don't understand why. Or maybe I do understand why. It's because none of us know how to work together and just let each other do stuff. You know, it's always nobody said, you know, thank you, Darcy, for saving my life. No, it's why did you put yourself in danger? Why would you do such a thing? Nobody said, hey, Charles, maybe it's not a good idea to shoot things through the wall. You know, nobody said that. It's just give me your shotgun. Nobody's communicating with each other. Nobody's cooperating with each other. We're always just getting in each other's way. And frankly, Dumas, I'm pissed. And then and then that time she hits the cabinet with her baseball bat, and then there's like a hole. She's like, oh.
RV door
Oops.
opens.
For the record, I wasn't
Charles has a
in the
baggie
room.
with food to go, and he walks in. I have food for my little bug.
For the record, I wasn't even in the room when the shotgun went off.
Scary
so it's not like I could have told him, don't shoot the wall.
I mean, that wasn't me forgetting what happened. It was Darcy bitching.
Yeah. I know.
Charles walked into the RV with food.
Lots of pancakes, I expect.
Yes, he has to go. He has to go.
Yeah, Dumas says, it's been a long time since I was with people.
Everyone's waiting for that extra sentence that Dumas never says. It's like, and it's like her. That's like her totally not understanding like social cues and like knowing that I was supposed to say something else. That type of thing.
When Charles shows up with the pancakes, Darcy's actually gonna give you a look because she's not in a great mood. And she says, I'm not hungry right now, Charles, but thanks.
After Hawk cools off a bit and has been reading through this file and whatever, she is actually just going to go back to the building and go back up to the door herself.
Ooh, and what's she doing there?
Well, she's going to, I mean, obviously the shotgun going off didn't seem to attract any real attention. Now, the security concierge guy didn't seem freaked out. Police never showed up. So I'm going back and basically trying to do a thorough search of the place, of the sort that obviously nobody actually bothered to do.
Gotcha. All right, so you're doing a investigative mystery yourself.
I guess I am. I don't know if this counts as whenever you go off by yourself to check out somewhere or something scary. Because I have that move, I don't know whether or not this counts as a scary place. I can definitely investigate the mystery.
I would say it's not scary anymore. There's nothing, as far as you could tell, if there is no threats.
Fair enough. Yes, I will leave them to think about what they've done and actually step up and do the job we're supposed to be doing.
All right, cool. Go for it.
Hey, apparently I don't do that very well.
Mhm.
I just rolled it.
Oh,
And
you saw it?
apparently I don't do very well.
That's all right. All right. So as you're doing your thing, that's when the receptionist guy walks up. He basically comes up. Oh, ma'am, I meant to also get. And then he kind of like looks past you in the room to the wall and the lamp and the hole that wasn't there before. Um, what's going on here?
That unfortunately, one of my consultants accidentally tripped while we were looking around in here earlier today and slammed their head against the wall, causing that hole. Unfortunately, they've been, they're back in the RV I'm using as a mobile base. Just ice on their head. Doesn't look to be very serious.
Okay.
It's very unfortunate.
All right, so I'll have you manipulate somebody again. Go ahead and roll
Hawk
plus.
casually telling people that we're in an RV.
Plus
Parked on the street outside this place.
Oh, I had to come up with something in the moment, and what am I going to say? Took them to the hospital. I mean, I've already indicated to them I'm from out of town, so. All right, let's get another 5 here. Big
9.
failure. It's 6. They will do it, but only if I do something for them to show that I mean it.
Right. So he's like, all right, so I'm gonna need to see your ID and kind of write things down for a report because we have to definitely get this fixed, and I'm sure it's not me, it's the owner of the building is going to want to get reimbursed or whatever for that. So I'll just need your ID so I can write your name and information down. Your badge number is
fair enough. Well, my ID and my badge are both fake, so I don't know how well they'll stand up scrutiny. But I mean, this guy's just some small town wage slave. He probably doesn't know the difference, so I'll show him.
Okay. And what's the name on the ID?
Juanita Vega.
Juanita Vega. All right. Which matches the name that you gave him? Okay. He kind of takes it down on his little notebook and badge number. What kind of badge is it?
It looks very, very generic, and it just says government agent.
Government agent. Awesome.
Government agent, and it's very, very flashy, but kind of generic and not specifically identifying. And what the hell? I have a badge number on there, so the badge number will be. No, my badge number will be 13-37.
Okay. Yeah, the receptionist guy takes it down and is like, yeah, I mean, they're gonna want to hear about this and they're gonna be awful upset. Would you mind just heading out right now? I gotta take some pictures and you know how that goes.
Yeah, I know. Just it's unfortunate I have to work with civilian consultants because, well, I mean, they have the skills, but they don't have the professionalism.
Oh, I agree. I was when I first saw you and your companions, I thought for certain, when I looked at you, I saw, the word that hit my mind was professional. So, and them not so much. So yeah, but
no,
I really need you to.
Absolutely not. Yeah. Fair enough. All right. Thank you so much. And I will head out.
All right. Cool. And are you finally heading back to the RV, or are you gonna make a stop?
I'll head back towards the RV, but I'm not actually going to go into the RV. I'm still feeling bad about myself and feeling that nobody wants me around.
Oh, that's not good.
So I am actually kind of making sure nobody's watching. I'm going to climb into the bed of the pickup truck. And
Wait
then
for us
cover
to leave
myself
without you.
and then cover myself with the tarp.
Okay. Yep. So there you are. Now you can finally be at peace and alone with your thoughts, etc.
At least it's warm out.
At least it's warm out. All right. So this is a good place to take our break. But we're going to do the intro, which I, of course, already forgot, thanks to, even though Cassie reminded me. Let's do the intro, and then let's take our 10-minute break. So hold tight 1 second, please.
The nature of your emergency. Please send help. It has fangs and claws. It's not. Please. Oh no. It's coming. It's too late.
Miss, it's going to be okay. Miss, it's done. It can't hurt you. You're safe now.
And we're back. All right, so guys and gals, let's take our 10. I'll see you shortly, and we'll find Hawk, etc., and then see where the night takes us. So, see you guys in 10. And we're back from our break. One big happy little family. Ish.
Lots of hydration.
Keep
Sort
hydrating.
of.
Awesome.
That ish is doing so much work.
All right, so let's get to about when would someone go looking for Hawk? I'm looking to start a scene with the gang all back together ish.
I feel like Darcy would be the one to go looking first. I mean, unless anyone else wants to do it.
So Charles is gonna go look.
Now, Dumas is giving Hawk their space right now.
That makes sense. Now, does Darcy know about Hawk's hiding spot?
Oh damn!
Really now?
I mean, is it not your crying spot? That's kind of what I thought you were alluding to.
I actually never gave any thought as to whether or not that would be an ongoing thing or had happened before. It was just, I kind of settled on that as a way of kind of like, if you guys went and drove off, at least I was with you. But so I don't know. You tell me. Have you found me here before?
Possibly, maybe once. Maybe we were on a different job and you lost your temper and were like, I need some space, and you just hung out in the trunk. Maybe not the truck bed, but in the truck. I don't know. I'm trying to explain how I would find you without metagaming.
I mean, if that's like a place where you've seen Hawk go before, even once, that's a place that you would check. So yeah, we can do where you peek under the tarp and see a hawk there.
It can be as simple as you walk by and you notice the tarp's not supposed to be like that.
Or crying.
Yeah, roll
Or
the
just the
dice.
sound of
Roll
Hawk
the dice to
bawling
see
her
how
eyes out.
loud I'm sobbing.
Would that be a charm roll or?
It's about to be
No,
tough.
I mean, yeah, I mean, Darcy's gonna peek under the tarp and see Hawk, and then she doesn't say anything at first. She kind of just like climbs up into the trunk and sits down next to you, but she keeps the tarp over both of you.
Oh.
What's up, buddy? Everything good?
This isn't a blanket fort. Why are you trying to make it a blanket fort?
Well, I mean, we haven't made a blanket fort in so long.
What are you doing here?
I mean, looking for you. I was gonna leave without you.
You should. I don't seem to cause anything but problems for y'all.
What did you do? I'm the one who ran off because I freaked out about police officers.
You were mad at me, Charles was mad at me, Dumas was mad at me, everybody left, and I was quite literally left holding the bag, except the bag was a fucking smoking shotgun.
Okay, I'm not mad at you. I just panicked. And I don't think Charles is really mad at you. I think he's just cuckoo.
Did you see the look in his eyes and hear the tone in his voice as he gave up that shotgun?
Yeah, but I'm not sure he was talking to you, Hawk. You know? He's been acting kind of funny lately.
Oh, first the shotgun's against the wall. Where's it going next, my chin?
He wouldn't shoot you. Don't be ridiculous. Nobody here's gonna shoot you.
Yeah, we shot him.
Well, that's not very nice.
Told him to leave me alone, and he wouldn't leave me alone.
Yes, well, we do need to talk to Charles about boundaries, sure. But hey.
So I just up and left him to his pancakes.
He brought some back if you want some.
Don't want no fucking pancakes.
Hey, don't yell at me. I didn't do shit to you. Look, why don't we just get into the RV? Unless, I mean, if you would prefer to ride in the bed of the truck, I suppose I can't stop you, but it would be a safety hazard to say the least.
No, then you'd be rid of me and then you'd be happy for once.
Hawk, come on. Do you want to do this right now?
Do what?
Have an argument? I don't want to fight with you. Come on, let's just get into the RV. You don't have to, I mean, you don't have to talk to anybody. You know, I'll tell Dumas and Charles to leave you alone, and you can sulk in the bed instead of here in the bed of my truck.
All right. You just triggered manipulate someone, Darcy. And roll plus charm.
Oh, because I'm real good at that.
Yes, you are.
Ooh.
All right, so
So
you go
7.
So they'll do it. I'm sorry. They mark experience if they do what you ask.
I'll kind of roll over to look better at you and go, but what if I did this? And then my hand lashes out. I start tickling you in that one spot you won't tell anybody about.
Darcy does laugh, but we've kind of established that it's been like a little while since Hawk and Darcy were like close. They still have that like buddy kind of feeling, but they're not exactly the same people they were in high school. So sort of instinctively, like you tickle her a little bit, and then she kind of like grabs your wrist, and then kind of like forces a smile, and it's like fun. Let's go now.
All right. Alrighty, let's go.
All right, mark an experience.
He said he was going to go look for Hawk, but he snuck away to the actual cab of the truck. He's been in there smoking.
While we've been talking in the bed of the truck.
He actually just stayed in there when he heard you. He's been listening the whole entire time. He's been in there smoking.
And it's funny because it's hitched to the RV, so all of us are at an angle.
Right.
No way. He doesn't want people knowing that he smokes.
It's just a bad example for the children.
It's pretty much an old habit for when he was a dad. He didn't smoke around his family, so he would hide in the car.
All right. Was everybody reconvening back in the RV at this point?
Yeah.
All right. Let's do an RV scene. We got to change over to the RV. Hold on.
Yes.
There we are. That's home. That's what we're talking about. All right. Player scene. Sun's starting to go down, by the way. It's almost dark. It's almost nighttime, by the way. Just put it out there.
Yeah, Darcy, gets into the driver's seat, but kind of like looks back and is like, does anybody know where we're going to go next?
We can't come back here because they found the hole in the wall from the shotgun. And at that point, I very pointedly toss it into Charles Bung. And we're no longer welcome at this place of business. So everything you managed to gather with that's it. We're cut off. So I hope shooting the wall was worth it. All I got otherwise is there was this lady sending death threats to Mr. Goff before he died about apparently something of hers that he had or something, but I have no idea what it's about. And I'll flip through and show her what I'm talking about.
Okay. Maybe we can see if she knows anything. I'm not sure. She might be a suspect, but that also feels a little too obvious. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm wondering if this was ultimately some kind of inside job or whatever. Because like the receptionist desk, right? You know how like at banks and that they have that little button under the desks or like the silent alarm or whatever?
Yeah.
Yeah, so the receptionist at this building had that, but the line was cut. And
I've done that
this is
before.
Oh my God.
Yes, but how do you do that? How do you do that without anyone noticing?
You're really good at do. But yeah, I mean, you're right. It was probably an inside job. Here's my theory. His kids killed him off to get the insurance money. Or, it was a freak accident involving a monster. Either one.
Dumas say the monster escaped through the shadows. So whoever did it either had knowledge of how to summon such a creature or had the magic to do that themselves. So it's unlikely to be a simple mundane motive.
That's true. Darcy's gonna
It can be
kind
a
of
very
like
mundane motive.
lean in close to Hawk and be like, he could be in the truck right now.
Oh my God.
Like, ooh.
Really, Darcy?
Charles is sitting
Really?
down, looking at that metal right now. Looking at that metal right now that he shot at. Drinking, just staring at it. What are your secrets?
Think they're unlikely to be inside of the RV.
Maybe Charles should poke someone with it.
We kind of already saw what it did. Oh, do I still have the harm from that, Scott? Or was that...
That was wiped out by Dumas.
Okay, cool.
The magic beer of
The
corruption.
magic beer, yes.
Yes.
Get the metal, see if there's like any markings or anything on it besides where I shot it.
Oh, so let's see here. I'll bet Darcy and Hawk, they know what it is. They've probably seen this before in being delinquents. So yeah, so it's again, it looks like about yay big, square, pointy on the all 4 points with the sides bent in, the little circle in the center. It's like, that's a throwing star.
Oh!
Oh, I thought you were describing a weirdly shaped D4.
Nobody would run with a weeb.
You don't need to be a weeb to know about shuriken.
Weeb would produce that somewhere in an office. There are no ninjas around here. You're being silly.
If you want to learn all about these sorts of weapons, you can just go to realultimatepower.com, the official ninja website, and it will give you all the education you need.
Scott's Case Files is not sponsored by that website in any way, shape, or form.
Dumas turns and looks. Perhaps we should try to look at the body. Maybe it was killed by a similar corruption that tried to infect Darcy.
So what? Just break into a morgue? We could break into a morgue. I haven't done that before.
Oh my God.
Perhaps.
Congratulations, Darcy, for making things morbid. Literally. So, I mean, I suppose we could do that. Morgue's probably at the hospital. Hospital's probably not that big. I doubt there's much in the way of guards on the morgue. I mean, come on, it's a small town. Who the fuck breaks into the morgue?
I mean, it's also crime investigation in progress.
Yes, but it's also the night, so there probably ain't nobody there.
That's true. I'm gonna say at this point, Darcy is like seeming kind of excited because now it's like, ooh, I get to break into a hospital.
I get to break into a hospital. Oh my god.
Like this is fun and
Is this,
exciting.
is this something new you need to check off your bucket list?
Darcy pulls out a notepad. Yeah, actually, places I would like to break into: hospital, church? Question mark. The White House.
You're going to break into a hospital. He runs into the bunk bed room and goes and grabs a black sweater and a black beanie. I will go with you.
Hell yeah, matching outfits.
Oh my god.
So yeah, I think it's decided we're gonna break into a hospital. I'm apparently taking Charles with me. I don't know what that means for my burglar move, though.
Well, the burglar move is you can break into a place. So it won't trigger if you take a friend. But you can do other... you can, of course, do moves, do things to do it outside of that playbook move, of course.
The
Right.
burglar move would let you resolve the whole thing quickly in one roll. Or you can make an extended scene with multiple rolls trying to sneak anywhere with Charles.
So
Okay.
what is your cool, Charles? Can you act under pressure?
Doesn't Charles have pretty good? Oh no, he doesn't.
Charm. He's a charming fellow, surprisingly.
He's a charming fellow.
He's not cool or sharp. He's like the opposite of Darcy.
Wait, I do have a sharp.
The anti-Darcy.
Charles, I love your outfit. But I don't usually do this with somebody. So let's compromise. You could be my lookout.
Oop, you cut out there. You cut out there, Charles. I couldn't hear you.
Oh, sorry. He's gonna pull Darcy close and write a little note and go, I need you to grab me these pills if you can find them. And it says Lexapro on it.
Lexapro. Oh my goodness.
Hold on. Let's see what Lexapro does.
I think it's anti-anxiety.
Oh, it's an antidepressant.
Yep.
Anti.
Yep.
Yeah, I'll see what I can do. I think this is a great idea, Charles.
And I will be the best
yeah.
of watch. He's doing like this thing where he's just da.
So yeah, I think it's decided we're gonna try and break into a hospital.
All right. So do Hawk and Dumas want to do anything whilst they're doing that?
Let's see. We could go talk to the lady while they're breaking into the hospital.
That's actually a fairly reasonable suggestion.
Jason, you say that like we don't have reasonable suggestions all the time.
I love how calmly we're saying this. Just while they're breaking into the hospital, we'll go do this. Oh my goodness.
Yeah. Dumas can just like stand behind you and just be intimidating.
Good job. All right. So yeah, okay, we have 2 cool scenes to do. Awesome. So let's kick it off with the hospital scene. So where's your point of entry that Charles will be watching for you, Darcy?
So I'm thinking about it, and do you think that it would be reasonable for Darcy to have like a couple of like uniforms sort of just around to like blend in if she needs to?
That's a good question.
Yeah, like just a pair of scrubs.
Right.
Sure, yeah, something like that sounds reasonable. I mean,
Okay.
yeah, I think that sounds reasonable.
Okay, so yeah, she's gonna not in her usual house burglary outfit, um, but she'll change into her scrubs. And I'm gonna say I want Charles to basically as close as he can get to where she is without like being a hospital worker, I guess, because I know they're
Charles should be a janitor.
yeah.
Oh my god.
Put Charles in a janitor suit and then sort of like maybe he can pretend to be cleaning and like the hallway close to where you would go down the stairs to get to the morgue.
Sure, that sounds cool.
God, Darcy, this will be our signal if anything goes bad.
Oh my god. It's
He's
a moose
gonna
call.
do that. Okay. So for the rest of it,
Yeah.
is that still burglar? Because Charles,
Yeah,
is
you're
it breaking in?
yeah, he's not actually breaking in anywhere. He is just your lookout. No, the actual
Okay.
breaking in, getting past security and potential guards and stuff, that's what you're doing now. So that absolutely does trigger your burglar. So go ahead and roll plus sharp. Roll your burglar.
Although I think Charles is in a place that he could use help out if needed.
Yeah, like as a distraction potentially. That's true. Good point.
Cool.
Doesn't need it.
Holy crap. All right.
Wow.
All right. Pick 3 of that list.
3, get in detected, get out detected, or undetected. So you find what you were after, you get in undetected, and you don't leave a mess. So.
All right. So, yeah, you're I'll say that there's a dispensary you pass, as you're kind of doing your thing. Maybe like do the thing where the person goes out for a coffee break and you zip in before the door even closes. That's where you get your bottle. Look through all the various bottles and find what Charles wanted. And then as you're scooching out of there, I use scooch a lot. I didn't notice that before, but apparently I do. So here we are. So you're scooching out, and what do you call it? You find your way into the morgue. You kind of dodge a couple, workers. Just general administrative workers. Probably one dude that actually works in the morgue, and you're able to kind of see the label for Guff, and he's in a locker, as you would think. And yeah, you're able to get a look at him. Did you ever? What do you use with out of curiosity? We never did establish that.
What was that?
What was it that you're looking for now that you found the body?
I was looking for signs of the like the corruption that was in my hand before Dumas did her holy beer thing.
Gotcha. So yeah, you see
Just funny bits.
you see the corpse. The guy, he is around, um, probably like 40 something in 50s, in good shape. However, he died of acute blood loss. It looks like because there's a cut, a deep cut. It actually cuts through like ribs and stuff as it goes diagonally across his chest.
Ugh.
So basically, it actually did cut his heart and one of his lungs. So it would have been a lot of blood, but silent ish. But no corruption that you can see.
Okay. That makes sense. Yeah, is there anything else that I might be able to deduce from looking at the body while I'm here?
You're trying to investigate a mystery.
Yes.
Sure.
Examine the
Let's put
body.
yeah, let's hold there and let's switch to the other scene real quick. So yeah, so the email that you had emails with threats actually do have an address. So we'll assume that you've showed up at Sophie Tanaka's front door. Yes.
Sure.
Okay. You knock, and a young Asian woman answers. She's about somewhere in her probably late 20s. Um, she is just casually at the moment. You kind of look inside her house, and it is a house, and it's nicely furnished, etc. Nothing out of the ordinary looking as you kind of peer in. She looks at the two of you. Can I help you?
Yes. I'm here to speak to Miss Sophie Tanaka.
That's me. Who are you?
I'm Juanita Vegas with the RBI, and we're following up on the investigation into the death of Gerald Goff. And I was given to understand that you two had exchanged a few strongly worded emails, and we just need to follow up and ask some questions about what that was actually concerning. You know, it's not that you're a suspect or anything. It was just trying to cross all the I's and dot all the T's.
Do you flash the badge again?
Sure.
All right, go ahead and manipulate somebody.
Very quick.
Let's see how much he falls for it. $11. All right, so 10. So they'll do what you wanted, which is basically give information. Am I correct?
That's what we're looking for. I mean, basically, like, can we come in and sit down, ask you a few questions?
Sure.
Just like all those cop shows.
Just like the cop shows. Yeah, she invites you in. She does offer you like tea or coffee. She has both, she says.
Yes, some green tea would be wonderful.
And she looks towards Dumas.
No, thank you.
All right. She kind of goes into the kitchen, which is you're as you walk in the room, you're standing in the front room, living room. It's a nice place. There's like a fireplace there. It's kind of done in darker wood, lacquered type stuff. The kitchen is right next door. You can kind of see her through this the half wall, doing her thing. She's you can actually see there's like a kettle on the oven, and she takes it off and pours some tea for two, and walks it back out and hands it to you. She sits across from the two of you. What do you do?
I guess I will take the drink graciously, have a small sip, set it down. It's like, thank you so much for taking the time to speak to us, Miss Tanaka. It is greatly appreciated.
Oh, certainly. I mean, this is probably the fifth conversation I've had with authorities, but I'm happy to discuss whatever I need. I just would like to have this discussion over with, and I would like my what rightfully belongs to me back from the Gov family.
And what is that exactly?
And she kind of quirks an eyebrow, like she's like 33%. You should know this, and 66% they're testing me. In her head, and she's like, well, obviously my grandfather's skull.
And how did they come into possession of your grandfather's skull?
Yeah. All right, I'll tell you. Again, this is like the fifth conversation, so you people really should talk to each other. I know it's not
Yeah,
your fault, and I know that these groups tend not to share information, and that's to your detriment. And I'm sorry for that.
yeah. It's the Liberty County Sheriff's Department seems to get off on not sharing anything with anybody and just yelling about jurisdiction a lot. It's equally frustrating to me as it is to you. I'd rather just have read this in a report and not be here. But well, it's election year, and the sheriff is really wanting to get elected again. You know how it is.
Yeah, she takes a sip of her tea and nods. She gets it. Like, all right, so Mortimer Goff was a captain in the army back in World War II. And as the story goes, he and his regiment killed a large number of Japanese troops. And here's something you don't hear in the history books. So they like to take, well, some of them like to take trophies. And in the case of some of these trophy hunters, it was skulls. In fact, did you know, and this is a historical fact, that there were actual recipe books dedicated to how to properly remove the flesh and other items from the bone of the skull and how to preserve it correctly? Did you know that?
Not specifically, but unfortunately, given the history of this country, that doesn't surprise me at all.
Well, anyway, recently, well, in the past 3 years, as part of a media event, they actually did a DNA test on the skull. There was marrow, etc. I won't bore you with the details, but it was identified as my grandfather, who died at the battle in which Guff's father participated. And basically, they're refusing to give it back. It was a spoil of war. There is no law that requires them to give up this trophy. And of course, they have so much money and so many lawyers that they would drown me and take away all my life savings if I were to take them to court. So here we are. I want that skull back.
That's disgusting.
It is. My family has lost face once we realized that this had come to light, and it has brought great dishonor on my family, and I'm almost the last of my line. So that miss is why I wrote the letters.
I can't speak for the justice system. It's often difficult, but at least I myself know this affront to your family cannot stand. It's just that reprehend and they and how long have you been writing to him to request this back?
For about 3 years, since we found out about the DNA test. First I came and I assumed that once I presented myself as a family member and documentation to show them, that he would give it up, but he said it was a gift from his father who fought in the war, and it was his trophy and it didn't belong to me anymore. I was flabbergasted. I didn't have much recourse.
Do you know what is going to happen with the skull now that Mr. Guff is dead?
Well, I don't know. It's been so soon since then, but I've tried to get in touch with his children, but they've been not answering my communications. I'm giving them the benefit of the doubt. I did run into the daughter once, and she was very much on my side, but it was her father's business, so she really couldn't do anything about it. I assume once I get in touch with them, I would be able to get it back. But I haven't been able to do anything, and it's frustrating. And I've even gone to the house, but they're just not home. At least they weren't when I was there. So now I'm just hoping that things work themselves out at this point. But I just knew that he had to
Any
pay.
idea? And as far as you know, they're keeping the skull in that house, huh?
At their home, yes, the family home.
If only Miss Tanaka had a burglar around.
If only Miss Hawk wasn't about to drag Darcy to the Guff house and make use of that burglar trait.
I don't think Darcy will have a problem.
We still need to find the shadow thingy too. Well, okay. Dumas is going to say, excuse me, Miss Tanaka, where's your bathroom?
Oh, well, it's the first door on the left. Just be certain you go into that door.
Okay. And she's gonna basically try to sneak off and, do a little bit of looking through the house.
Okay. All right, you're investigating a mystery. Go for it.
Well, I thought I was gonna
Go.
under pressure. That's
No, she's her focus is on Hawk, so I'm not considering that an under pressure thing.
well, okay. I have cool. I don't have this other thing.
Well,
which is why I was trying to sneak.
Sure. Yeah, that won't get you what you want. So investigate a mystery. Roll plus sharp. Don't be shy.
Okay. Yeah. Well, I'm 0 sharp. It should be okay.
You're pretty darn sharp, but not really this time.
Whoop. No.
Mark experience.
Yeah, mark experience.
Yep.
So yeah, so you're kind of you go to the you open the bathroom door and it looks like a bathroom. You kind of close it like you're in there, you turn the light on, close the door, and then kind of meander around and kind of okay, so that's the bedroom. All right, this door is closed. You open it and there is what appears to be like some kind of shrine, like a Shinto shrine type of thing, where we have like pictures of old people and like drawings over here, and old pictures, like the first silver oxide or whatever print pictures there were, etc., etc. There's a small altar looking thing with two vials of sand in which there are some incense, and there is this there's this like looks like like a sash or something with a set of symbols on it. And as you kind of go towards it, I will say that now you have to act under pressure.
Okay.
A 10. All right. So you basically are able to you hear something, you sense something, and you move out of the way. You kind of like do a dive roll type of thing, and when you come up, you're looking at it looks like some dude, I swear to goodness, in a ninja outfit, classic ninja outfit, black, but like the edges of his body are kind of exuding darkness of their own. And you were basically, you literally just missed getting cut by a sword. Hawk, you and Miss Tanaka definitely hear this in the front room. There's like a slam as like, Dumas hits the wall as part of her dive roll. And this is not, while this is a house, this is not a big house, so. What do you all do?
What was that?
She gets up and I don't know, not very convincingly, and Power walks over, and if you're are you following her, Hawk?
Yeah. I know.
You're what?
Firearm at the ready.
Oh, okay, yeah. So when you guys look in the room, you see what I just described faced off with Dumas. And they're about a good like 10 feet away from each other at the moment. But yeah, the ninja guy kind of looks towards you as you come in, and what do you call it? Sophie kind of puts her arms out. Not them, not them. They aren't endangering the family. And we'll cut back.
At we'll cut Shadow Ninja.
Yeah.
Dumas says.
We'll cut back.
Yeah. What does Dumas say? We'll leave it Dumas' quote.
Okay, she looks to them. Looks to Hawk and said, I think we found the killer.
Good one. All right, now we cut back to the morgue, where Darcy is investigating a mystery, yes?
Yeah. Looking at a dead guy. Investigate mystery. Boop.
Oh, good roll. All right,
Nice.
Hope 2. What do you want to know? What do you want to investigate here?
I'm gonna say, what sort of creature is it, and what can it do?
So I'll answer what can it do, and we'll get back to the other one. So your basic knowledge of like combat and like you probably have been in like you probably had a knife drawn on you before. You may have seen somebody cut up, but like the ability to cut through bone like this, like not just one but several bones, and with such a clean cut, meant that this was a combination of a sharp sword and a strong person. Because otherwise it would have been like you either would have been stopped by a bone, or it would have been kind of thrown off course in its slash. And this says neither of those things. So that's what it can do. It's what sort of creature? I'm not sure how you'll be able to answer that from what's here.
That's fine.
Did you want to choose
Not
a
all
different?
questions have answers.
Yeah. Did you want to choose a different one instead?
No, it's all good.
All right. Okay, so I'll let you decide. So how the thing that you didn't choose was get out unnoticed. So how does that manifest itself?
Okay. I'm gonna say that I managed to meet up with Charles, right? But when I'm handing him the drugs, somebody notices me.
All right. So
because I definitely look like I'm a nurse who stole drugs to give to the janitor.
Right. So it's an actual janitor who spots you. And by the way, the uniform isn't even close. But yeah, he's like, he kind of goes up to you. You kind of see that look of frustration or something in his eyes as he power walks up to both of you, and he gets up real close to Charles, like he's about, an almost nose to nose, and he's like, "I won't tell if you give me half."
This is how Charles would do this. So he's gonna look at Darcy. "Mwah, mwah," and he punches and goes to punch the janitor in the throat.
Oh my god. All right. Let's
He needs this medicine. He needs this medicine, okay?
All right. Go ahead and kick some ass.
Oh my god, this poor janitor.
Oh, this poor janitor.
If he's anything like the janitor
okay.
from, if he's anything like the janitor from Scrubs, he has it coming.
It's plus tough, right?
Oh yeah, just click on
Yep.
kick some ass. So yeah, plus that. 8.
It says.
All right. So let's see here. So so
you both do harm to each other.
yeah, so let's see. So 8, 7 plus, Uner. So it's hand-to-hand combat is technically considered 0 harm. So you'll both do 0 harm to each other. I'm gonna say that the dude is he's just like, you punch him straight in the nose, and he's like, "Ah!" He does a thing where he puts his hands over his face, and or sorry, I suppose you get him in the throat. Sorry about that, but yeah, he's either way, he's backing away, and I'll say that what do you call it? Charles, he kind of stumbles and almost goes down, but he kind of puts him, basically slams against the wall, and next thing you know, he's looking at Darcy, and maybe it's time to go.
Yeah, Darcy's gonna be like, "Come on, Charles, let's go!" And then she's gonna start running. Up until, she gets to the point where there's people around, and then she's gonna kind of slow down to like a power walk, like she's. I'm a busy nurse.
What's Charles doing?
He's walking behind Darcy. He's taking like about four of them.
Oh my god.
Quick Google, what does a Lexapro overdose look like?
Oh my god.
No. Kidding.
He weighs about like 6 Darcys, so regardless, it can't be an overdose, so he's good. All right. So yeah, you guys, you're able to make it out of the hospital otherwise unimpinged. Is that the right word? I think it is. And yeah, head back to the RV with your knowledge and bounty. And we'll hold you there and get back to Sophie Tanaka's house, where kind of a fun time is about to happen.
Okay, signs of nausea, rapid heartbeat, headache, confusion, drowsiness, tremors, involuntary eye movement.
So Charles. His side effect is Charles.
Possibly seizures, cardiac dysrhythmia. you might fall into a coma.
Yeah. There's like a tiny percentage of chance. It's fine. Everything's fine. Everything's fine.
So an underdose is Charles as usual, and an overdose is Charles as usual.
Pretty much. All right. So what are Dumas and Hawk doing?
Hawk has pointed the gun at the Shadow Ninja, is telling it to lay down your weapons. You are under arrest.
All right. No reaction. What is Dumas doing?
Dumas says, "So, you send this thing away, we get the skull back."
And Sophie looks at you and she's out a little terrified. I can't control it. It's gonna be doing what it needs to do until family honor is made right, and that includes. Oh no! And she like breaks down, and it's like the children. Meanwhile, the Shadow Ninja is just kind of at the ready, waiting to be attacked, but not actually making a move.
Do you know how to send it away, or how did you summon it?
It's a family ritual. He's he's an ancestor of mine. We were a ninja clan way back when, and the best of the best, they infuse themselves with darkness, pure darkness. And that's what he is now. He's an avenger. He avenges family honor. We call him, he does it, and then he goes away again. And I can't stop
So
this.
you called him, did you?
She looks to you and realizes she's speaking out loud with like law people. Not really. The joke's on her. Yeah, she's like, I summoned him. He goes, I had no other way. I had no other
Do you
way.
have records on how you summoned him?
Of course, but it can't be undone. It has to run its course.
Can you give us the records on how you summoned them?
I won't. They won't help you.
You will give us the
I
records on how
think
you
I'll be
summoned
the
them.
judge of that.
All right. Okay, so Dumas, unless you do something, you're about to be sliced. What are you doing? Or Hawk, what are you doing? Either of you.
About to be sliced. Well, I will punch the thing myself if it's about to slice me.
When in doubt, punch it in the face. And keep punching it in the face.
Yeah,
It's our MO after all.
I'm ready to start shooting if it starts making an aggressive move. So
Okay, I'll let Dumas do her thing, and we'll see what happens after that. So Dumas, go ahead and kick some ass, and you're already doing it. Let's see next.
so that's a 9. Oh, I would like to help out with that.
Okay, what are you gonna do?
I'm going to use power. I'll basically, Dumas going for it. I will start shooting it as well to, hurt it, be a distraction somewhat.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and you have your move, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, she gets +1. All right, so that happens. Yeah, so Hawk starts shooting a few times. It's a distraction. The thing has to shift its weight to not be hit. So you will both you'll both take harm. What do you choose from the list of 10 plus there, Duma?
Let's see. I'll suffer less harm.
Okay. So let's see. So your armor does count this time. Have we established what your armor is? It should. It's.
Well, I imagine it's her jacket with the runes and stuff on it.
Okay, that works. All right. So yeah. So it would normally be 3. You're taking less harm, so that's 2, and you have armor, so that's leaves it. So you take 1 harm. Let's see here. So yeah, I'll say you're kind of at the point you're kind of knocked on your butt after it. It does get like a slice in on you. In order to dodge it, you basically have to throw yourself back. But you are able to do that hit, and we see again that kind of shockwave coming off the contact point. That kind of goes past everyone. And with that, the thing jumps into a shadow and basically dissolves.
It's like boom and blow out the windows.
Yeah, that's a good effect actually. Yeah, the windows probably are blown open, etc. And it's gone. What do you do?
Duma will turn back to the woman. You will take us to where your materials are now, and you will give them to us.
All right, definitely. Yeah, let's do manipulate someone. You definitely trigger it.
All right. Duma triggered that one, so they get to roll it with their -1 charm.
Love to see it.
It doesn't mean that it's impossible. It just means it's less likely.
It just means you're more likely to get an experience.
All right, what you do? Good job, marked experience bonus.
More likely to do that.
So, yeah, she was kind of as this whole thing was happening. She was kind of like covering herself as if to not get hurt. And as you kind of pressure her, she just kind of stands tall, and you see this resolve come back to her face and her eyes. As my family's honor is at stake, and I will not give you the ritual materials. Besides, they're useless to you, and it can't be unsummoned. It must run its course, and for that, and the Goff children, I'm sorry. And she's like, at this point, she doesn't even know what the hell's happening. There's like 2 law people here who are totally not freaked the fuck out by the fact that a shadowy ninja, just like took a swipe at them, and they shot, and like it just jumped, and it's like she's starting to suspect that perhaps you're not what you seem either.
I am going to grab her and pull her hands behind her back and slap some handcuffs on her. Of course, they're not real police handcuffs. I got them from a novelty store. Yes.
Please, and also, please tell me they're not fuzzy, because that will totally not sell this deal.
They are not fuzzy, but they are from a novelty store, so they're the ones that they have the little release lever on them, if you know about that. But right. I mean, they are metal, and I mean they're at least semi-convincing for now.
All right.
Yeah, why did you just get zip tied?
Push the lever and free yourself.
All right. What do you? What's your plan here? What are you trying to do?
You have zip ties on you?
I didn't establish I had zip ties on me.
Fair enough.
Add that to the list of people we've kidnapped.
Oh my god.
We're 2 for 2, guys.
Well,
2 for 2.
Not as bad as a child this time.
Yeah, it's not a child. Thank goodness. The bar has been put upwards a bit.
We didn't kidnap. We might have kidnapped the other guy and forced him to do the ritual.
Oh no, I forgot about him. Oh no.
So what, Hawk, what is your goal here? What are you trying to do? Are you literally kidnapping her?
Basically. No, because we don't really have anywhere to take her.
that's what breaks this. It's like, I would totally kidnap her if we had an appropriate place to put her, but we don't, so I won't. That's the breaker.
No, so I gotta march her into the living room and push her back down sitting with the cuffs on, and I'm going to pull out my phone and call up the other group and tell them they need to get here ASAP.
Yeah.
For a second, I thought you were gonna say that Hawk was just gonna leave her there handcuffed in her living room.
Yeah. Duma say, I'll watch her, you search the house.
Are you kidding? Those cuffs cost $20.
So wait, who is Hawk calling?
The gang. Darcy and Charles, I'm assuming.
Yes, Darcy always has those burners that you keep going through, right?
Yeah.
So I would actually probably try calling up Charles, because I've probably gotten the talk about using the phone with you.
Yeah, only use it in emergencies, because I have to throw it away after we use it.
Yeah.
That's the kind of paranoid Darcy is.
All right, Charles, your phone's ringing.
Chuckles a little to himself. Jack's Corner's office. You kill him, we chill him. You slice him, we ice him.
Okay, actually, Charles, that one's pretty cute. Okay, I like that.
Is there anything wrong?
Yeah, there's a lot of things wrong, and so if you got Darcy there, if you can get the two of you over here as soon as possible. Try not to violate all the traffic laws, but okay. I mean, it's Darcy. Of course, we're gonna some of them, but get on over here. We've got a real lead on what's going on.
Ninjas, is it?
What was that again, Charles? I didn't hear all that.
It's not ninjas, is it?
It's no ninjas, is it?
Actually, more like a shadow ninja.
Squeal from the phone. Charles is just, I will be there right away. He hangs up the phone. Darcy, there's ninjas. We must get to them.
There's ninjas. We must get to them.
Okay, did Hawk actually say ninjas, or are you just assuming things? Because it sounds cool.
I made sure to differentiate. They are shadow ninjas.
Shadow ninjas, cool, great, awesome. Darcy's gonna start up the RV and start mumbling about how she thinks that Hawk has also gone crazy too.
All right, so that is where we'll end the RP of the session. So yes, so awesome. That went way different than what I expected, but that's the cool part of jamming this game, I think. Right, Emily?
Yes.
Yes. So you guys are going off the rails that I planned, but there's still the way the system works is there's still stuff that you can put in place for that. So I've made use of the system, so that's awesome. Then and that's like, in when I was kind of setting things up, creating bystanders and stuff like that, as you may have read in the thing. So that's kind of a cool way that the system allows you to keep things on track, or get a handle on things as a keeper. So cool. So you guys did awesome. Awesome as always. Hats off to you. I love the drama. All good stuff. Let's go over XP quick, and then we'll do a quick question and see what you guys are thinking. Let's see here. Let's have to get to the parent. And we should just have this in a different document. Oh, here. All right, so end of session experience. And again, I hope you guys are marking when you get your misses, because that's important. But let's answer these questions. So, did we conclude the current mystery?
No.
No.
Certainly no.
Did we save someone from certain death or worse?
No.
No. Did we learn something new and important about the world? Yeah.
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 There are shadow ninjas.
Shadow ninjas.
All right, that's one.
Shadow ninjas revenge.
Yeah, there is that too. All right, and did we learn something new and important about one of the hunters? I think yes, on several fronts, really.
Everybody.
Yeah, literally everybody. So that's cool. All right, so that's 2. So, all right, mark 1 experience, each of you, for end of session experience.
Woo! That's number 5 for me.
Nice.
I will now take to figure out what I'm going to take for my advance.
Cool. Keep us in suspense till next session. So, yeah. So now here's an interesting thing. So as you guys are all experienced role players, so I'm kind of curious. I know as a game master and a player, I'm always a little squeamish with intra-group conflict. In real life, I'm a very non-conflict type of guy. I would really not like to argue with anyone or cause a scene or do anything like that. And then, even though it's role play, it's like I'm always a little uncomfortable doing the drama scenes and stuff, which that's me. So how do you guys like? Obviously, we had a lot of drama this session, and it was all good stuff. We learned so much about the characters, and I think it was some great RP scenes. How are you guys? How are you guys handling the drama? Is it feeling right? Is it good for your character? Is it cool that you're able to express your character through the drama? I'm kind of curious what your guys' thoughts are. Montreal.
I love being able to express myself and present more to my character with the drama. And I love the drama scenes. If anything, I just think of it back to my old days when I used to do improv and stand up. It's just acting on the fly, just things like that. And one of the best things I can recommend for dealing with that, watch Whose Line Is It Anyway? That'll show you ways, even though it's comedy, it's showing you so many different ways that you can react, different ways that you can use dialogue to express yourself. And that's just the way I look at it all the time. I'm just like, okay, always on the fly. I have a bare minimum of what I'm going for, so that way I can always react to how I think I would go in that scene.
That's cool.
Which is why I was like, okay, yep, Charles is going to give Darcy the sign, and he's punching that guy in the throat.
Cool. How about you other guys? Y'all. I always say guys. I mean y'all. You all.
I am totally comfortable with this PC drama that we've got going on. Mostly because I feel like if we avoided it, at least for me, it might feel a little disingenuous or like not true to the character if I
cool.
just was cool with everything.
Right, if you just took it, that would not be Darcy. That's cool. That's well put.
Right.
Cool. Anyone else? Jason or Cassie, you got any thoughts?
I think it went well. I think Dumas was a bit upset because she has no idea what's going on with any of this, and she is just really frustrated with the magic stuff.
Right.
And
Spend that next advance on getting another +1 weird.
Mm-hmm. There you go. So, how about you, Jason? What do you think? How does the drama work for you?
Welcome to Monster of the Week, where the drama's made up and the points don't matter. And it's funny you mentioned improv because this is all improv. I had no idea about any of this until it happened. And like I said, it's like all of this happened, it all broke down, and I was literally left there holding the shotgun-shaped bag.
The bag, right?
Like, in a literal sense, I was left holding this, and I'm like, just like, how is this my fault? And then we learned that Hawk is holding it all together by one tiny sheet of paper thickness.
Now, one thing
Very
also,
strong paper.
yeah, one thing I want to point out to anyone, any viewers or anything, whether you're experiencing role play or not, it takes a role player who's not only experienced but mature to not let in-character drama drift over to out-of-character drama. So what you're seeing here is some awesome role playing and people who know what's, mature adults who are in control of things and see that, it's the character on character, not player to player type of thing. And I've seen that get out of hand in the past. And this is not that, which is so awesome. And so that's a pretty cool thing to see happen. As a game master, as a fellow player, when you can do that in character drama and not let it seep into the other person getting offended or frustrated in real life, because that's not what it's about. We're not here. None of these people, to my knowledge, dislike each other or anything. We all get along. We're cool. There's no bad blood, and there shouldn't be, that because these are character actions. These are not player actions. And the ability to kind of what I'm getting is the ability to establish those boundaries are really cool and show talented role players. So my hat is off to
Yeah.
you. I tip the fedora to you, as a horrible meme goes. Meme, and I
Well,
can't remember which one it is.
and then it's also going to work. I mean, when eventually you start making those moves as a GM that are like things happen that hurt the characters, that also is a good sign for you because we're not going to take that personally,
Oh,
right?
there's that too. Very
Yeah.
true. Very true. I'm not, and what Emily brings up is another cool thing. I'm not wanting to toot my own horn, but it's I don't want to be famous. Oh my god. So sorry, some stupid advertisement in chat. But one of the things I think new game masters get wrong is they see it as a me versus the players mentality. Every time the players win, they defeated my thing, and that's an affront. And too many new game masters kind of get into that mindset, like, oh well, I'm going to punish them for doing well and breaking my thing, and that's totally not cool. That's not what you're here for. That's not what a game master does. That's not what a good game master does. Not what an experienced one does. So yeah, so that's completely true, Emily. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I think I did really well with my sellout line.
with your what?
Sellout.
Oh, the sellout.
Sellout.
All right. So cool. Excellent session. Excellent players. Again, you're awesome. I appreciate all that you guys do. It was again a cool session. I think we're going slower than I expected, but I'm 100% on board with that, because if we didn't, we wouldn't get all this character development, which I am craving so much, because all these characters are so interesting and I want to learn more. It's kind of like that book you can't put down. I because I know in the next page I'm going to learn something new about one of the characters. So it sucks to have to end the session, but here we are. And it kind of keeps that going for the next session. So again, any viewers understand how awesome these players are and what they're doing. So again, hats off. So while we all say goodbye, let's all start with Cassie over here.
Okay, goodbye, peoples. Bye-bye.
and we have Emily.
Goodbye.
And Jason.
Adios, amigos.
And Brian, who by the way, Brian has some YouTube stuff going on and whatnot, and it's totally on me. I forgot to get the banner ready, but Brian, if you kind of want to tell people how they can find you, that'd be cool.
Well, you can find me on Twitter, of course, at Mr. Nerdy Brian, and then there's links to my YouTube on there which is called Horror and Dubs. Me and my little brother, we discuss horror movies, and I do using voice impersonations and doing voices. I make dubs to video games and things. I'm currently working on my Sekiro Shadows Die Twice abridging, which is titled Sekiro Shadows Abridged Twice.
And that is horrors, yes? Or okay, I had to be
You just
sure.
have to make. I know I have a bet. I can't say horror correctly.
I'm just messing with you. It was an easy target I had to shoot at, All right, and last but not least, well, kind of least, I am Scott of Scott's Case Files. If you're watching me on Twitch, all my information is below in the about, on my Discord, Twitch, YouTube. Otherwise, if you're seeing this on YouTube, this is all the links are in the description. So if you're on Twitch, follow. If you're on YouTube, subscribe, hit the little bell, and be notified when a new video comes out. I put all these videos out, plus clips, plus again, I'm working on YouTube specific material also. So there we go. So thank you all for being here. And again, I do tend to gush over my players, but they really are awesome. And with the exception of Cassie, these are all new people to me. This is the first campaign that I've worked with them on. No, played with them on. So that's always a nice surprise to find out that they're cool people that you've never met before. So thank you so much, and we'll see you again soon. Until that time, have fun, do good things, and go forth and do no harm, and take care of yourself. Bye for now.
They are all cool people. I'm a dork.